Hello! Welcome back. I know, I said I was probably gonna have a second stream on Saturday, and then I didn't because the event I went to on Saturday went longer than I expected, and I didn't have enough time to have a stream afterwards. But to make up for it, I'm doing one now. Having a little Sunday stream because we need to get through more main story. We really need to. Anyways, also, man, so I found that there's too much going on this summer. I found out recently the Riven remake that somebody's making, it's releasing on June 25th. We've already got the Elden Ring DLC and then Dawn Trail, and I don't have time. I really want to play it, but I just don't have time. And I'm gonna want to stream Original Mist and then the Riven remake. But we'll get around to it. It's just gonna take a little bit. At the very least, the Final Fantasy streams should slow down once Dawn Trail releases, because I won't have to be rushing to get as much done as possible. We can take our time with Dawn Trail, taking the sights and all that. But until then, I'm too busy. Plus, I want to play the Elden Ring DLC, but in order to do that, I gotta finish up Final Fantasy VII, and then play the Elden Ring DLC and Dawn Trail. Once 7's done, I should be able to do like Elden Ring Monday, Mist Wednesday, Dawn Trail Saturday. So much coming out at the end of June. And another game that I'm interested in, Gestalt, was going to already be out by now, but then they had to push back the release to what would have been end of June, and the developers and producers are all like, nope, not the end of June, nope, push it back further. We'll take a little extra time because we are not releasing at the end of June. I think that got pushed back to like mid-July, early August, I think. Don't quote me, but I am interested in that. It's a Metroidvania that looks real neat. So, but thankfully that's pushed out a bit, so we could get to that after Elden Ring and Mist and Riven and whatnot. Alright, let's go ahead and pause that. Get back to Final Fantasy audio. Stop dancing. Hey, Zero! Having given you due warning, Zero would leave you to your own devices. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the Voidsent here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from one mass or another.
But whether any of those masters in turn served Golbez, I do not know. You must ask them yourselves. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. We shall go about making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we've learned all we can, let us reconvene at yonder plaza. You're going too, of course. In which case, I shall accompany you. I wish only to observe. Do not expect me to help. Then it's settled. I'm ready when you are.
Sure. Apparently I've got to speak to you.
Ready? Then lead the way. I leave it to you to decide with whom you speak.
Zero is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Zero behind by entering a different area or by speaking. Yes, I know how following works. Let's talk.
I call this my abode, but spend hardly any time here. I return only for meditation. While physical wounds can be healed by replenishing one's ether, you can't preserve your form if you lose sight of yourself. Such is the risk inherent in consuming another's soul. It dilutes your sense of self, alters you inside and out. To guard against this, I meditate, visualize who I am, in a place all my own.
I see. Another discussion location.
This is the heart of my domain. Normally, it's deserted. But you and yours have drawn everyone out. I don't recall this statue, though. However it came to be here, I certainly didn't wish for it.
Interesting. Empty-eyed Voidsent.
To walk around with her like that. You're her minion, then?
You know I don't take minions. She has some questions and I want you to answer them.
Golbez? I don't know what that one. Only Skathak. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you.
Skathash was a powerful Voidsent who ruled over a vast domain. That was a long time ago, though, so I doubt she has any connection to Golbez.
I mean, she could also be one of the 4 underneath Golbez.
Stay away from me. If you don't want to be eaten, stay away.
Golbez?
Golbez. I've heard the name before. I remember. Always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious.
A crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this?
Farfarello. He was a minion of another minion. Went on and on about the terrible things he saw.
I see. Perhaps Farfarello can tell us more.
Perhaps.
You're one of the mortals, is it true? When you die over there, you really die.
Yeah.
So it is. What brings you here, then?
Golbez.
Ah, yes, Golbez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army, so I hear. But recently he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours all.
Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder and is now intent on bolstering his own strength. A sure sign that he is about to make a move. Satisfied with what you've learned? But let's step away before you become too tempting to resist.
Very well.
It seems the rumors of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whatever that may be. But I must say, I wouldn't have guessed that Farfarello once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived serving an archfiend. I suppose I should explain. Farfarello is the weakest among us, constantly in fear of being devoured. He seldom consorts with others. The only one he's comfortable with is Siriato. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat, and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's ether, such is their relationship.
Huh?
But I ramble. You intend to seek out Farfarello, I presume? Then I'll come with you. He's less likely to hide that way.
You can't just feed on each other's ether.
Meanwhile, elsewhere,
You'll just be depleting each other.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troy, they defeated Scarmalione. I struggle to believe it. They're very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal. Crystal? This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. It'll bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye. If the very notion wasn't absurd! Drifting our good, drowned in darkness. As what we all.
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer. Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer. If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived, they cannot be suffered to live.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez. I, Barbaricia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
When you've succeeded?
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
The Insolence. Noble place.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
Oh yeah.
My lord.
Farfarello keeps to the fringes of my domain. This way. The Void sent here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please. But all must answer to the hunger and seek out prey when they need ether. Except Farfarello and Ciriato, that is. They are content to take from one another. Barring an incident, they dare not venture out. When he takes flight, Ciriato will not seek shelter until he is utterly spent. Farfarello, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come.
Very well. Ciriato?
Oh, whatever will I do now? Ciriato, this is rather unexpected. Where is Farfarello? Oh, Farfarello isn't here anymore. He's left. Yes, that's right. Left? That doesn't sound like him at all. Well, he's gone, all right? What more do you want me to say? And off he flees, as he is wont to do. But something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Ciriato's behavior?
I don't think he was telling the truth. Pretty sure he ate Farfarello. A little too much this time.
So you think so too? As he says, Farfarello is gone, but that is quite unusual. As is the fact that Ciriato, who was clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee but instead hid here, where Farfarello usually... No. We must go after Ciriato now.
Ciriato!
Ciriato, we need to talk. There's no time. The wind rises. We must flee. The wind rises. What is he talking about? After him.
What the... Why does the map not show the wall? Like, there's clearly a wall here, and yet the map doesn't show it. Or is this the wall that's on that map? I guess. Ciriato.
What's gotten into you? What do you mean the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes. Barbaricia! Barbaricia? Who in the world is that? We must flee, all of us. There's no time. I don't sense anything, but he seems convinced. It's a dead end beyond. We'll corner him.
Yep, this is the top of the wall. Ciriato. My guy.
We're doomed. There's no one to run. What are you running from? I already told you. Barbaricia, the Archfiend of Wind. Archfiend, you say? We will be devoured or forced to serve, to fight in the crusade, but it makes no difference. In the end, all are eaten by her or her enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore, that's why I fled and came here. I see. That explains everything. Almost. I thought it was Farfarello who used to serve an archfiend, not you. Not you, who always ran at the first sign of trouble. You who now speaks as though you were Barbaricha's minion. There's only one explanation.
He devoured Farfarello, didn't he?
Indeed, that would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So is that the way of it? Did you devour Farfarello? And not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being? How did you know? It wasn't only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more than you present. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely it was at Farfarello's behest. I can't hide anything from you. I admit it. Farfarello didn't leave, I ate him. He feared Barbaricha more than anything, hated the endless fighting, so he begged me to devour him, that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer, and though you have no control, your consciousness in part endures. Were this a world where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here. No escape. All know this. In making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. And now that desperation is joined with Ciriato's fear, driving him to act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten. Neither me nor Farfarello, but there's nowhere to go. Nowhere! Then tell me about Barbaricha. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here, and no one can escape her winds. No one!
I don't need to escape. Alright? I'm a cruncher under heel.
Barbaricha! She has come!
Right now?
And she's brought her domain with her.
Ah.
The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
Well, she happens to be after you as well. I mean, my character doesn't know that,
I
but...
can't bear it! Eating and being eaten! I only want to be left in peace!
You and me both.
One of the Archfiends approaches.
Yep.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
She's here, right now. Okay. So,
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbaricia.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear.
You're certainly
What is
full of
this
yourself.
pitiful domain? Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
Maybe don't. Maybe no. Well.
Alas, poor Scarmiglione, and good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
You're just gonna tell her.
A dragon, you say? Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us. Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Very much so.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain. You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. One way or another, I will have satisfaction.
I need not skulk in shadows. I'll be
What's
at my
the plan,
base. If you wanna hit me up. Like, what? You're not just gonna fight us right here? We go after Barbaricia. What else?
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
Oh yeah.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
I shall pay it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish. And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbaricia too recognized its potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
And off we go. Down with Barbaricia. The less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, then let us set forth. Indeed, and yet my heart weighs heavy for those Babaricia struck down. Were it not for us, she would not have come here. Should you require a moment, Zero?
For what? Babaricia took what she could. She was wise to strike quickly, as we would be.
Agreed. This is no time for sentiment. Only the battle matters now. Grab some more quick arm. That's still that stuff. Okay. Zero has a word of warning before you go to face Babaricia.
A word of warning. Babaricia spoke as if she would give us answers if we were to defeat her. But even assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, I trust I needn't tell you how foolish it is to give an archfiend a second chance. Best to seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If you wish to peer into her past, the Memoria will suffice.
I'll try, but I make no guarantees.
You do that, and if you fail, well, we'll just have to search elsewhere for answers. Rest assured, this won't be our last opportunity to learn about Azdaja. If another archfiend were to fall, Golbez would surely be compelled to respond. We need only wait for our quarry to come to us. Indeed, if our struggles with Scarmillion taught us aught, 'tis that we must hold nothing back when facing an archfiend. Let us heed Zero's advice and seal her away at the earliest opportunity.
Nodders.
If we're all in agreement, then let us be off. We travel by Nisruk.
And we travel to Babaricia's domain. That's a lot of hair. That's... Okay.
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind.
You're gonna leap out there? Whoop, there he goes. Doing his thing. Here I am just sitting there.
Leave these ones to us.
I see to Barbaricia.
There she is. We just going into the fight? Just me and you? Oh. Meaning a party of adventurers. I knew. Storm's Crown, now accessible. I wonder if Barbaricia sees that and she's like, wait, hold up, what? Huh? Hang on a moment. So, Storm's Crown seems like something that's... Yeah, that's... I'm not gonna just find a bunch of people like that. Probably gonna need the... Party Finder. Storm's Crown. Yep. Duty completion. Group members. Battle plot. Is there a minimum required? It says 585. And we are like 590, yeah, 593. So we're good. Thank goodness.
Welcome, Kale Red. Got one healer so far. Just memorize normal Lumphal. Nice. Okay. I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. This is normal. I really appreciate the fact that, I think it started in Shadowbringers, where they started doing this thing, where your character actually creates this, like, big seal glyph summoning ring. Whenever you need to summon a party of other players for a main story, dungeon, boss fight, or whatever, it kind of brings that into, like, in-universe. Because before that, it was just, you'd summon a bunch of people, you'd fight, and then after the fight there'd be a cutscene where they'd be all like, you did this! Just you alone, you were the only person, nobody else was here, it was just you! And it was like... It wasn't though? But okay! At least this is kind of like, alright, you're bringing people from other worlds, you know, heroes from other worlds or whatever, to join you in this fight. Pretty quickly here. Man. Okay, what's the... Oh, they already... Yeah, they must have finished. Okay. Oh! Hey, another Dark Knight. Nail Damas. Cinnamon. Now we just need the 4 DPS. We need DPS now.
one thing Final Fantasy XIV does really well, graphics-wise, is lighting. The lighting effects and all that. Looks gorgeous. All these pillars of light, glyphs on the ground. Looks great. These little particles. Which is good that they do that really well, because light is kind of a big theme in this game. But with us being heroes of light, or warriors of light, and all. Just 4 DPS. That's the most prevalent job. Surely there's one. Woo, there's 2. Woo, just 2 more. Surely we can get 2 more real quick. Hey, Furia and Blanco. Now that my main job is getting to level 90 and getting all this better and better gear. My armory chest is getting quite full of specifically tank gear, like end level tank gear. But I guess, I mean, well, actually, this Dark Knight gear, which is only for Dark Knights, once I replace it, like I have with the gloves, I should actually take that and just throw it into my glamour chest. Because there's no point in hanging onto it in my armory chest if I've got better gear for my Dark Knight and it's only equipable by Dark Knights. So. But anything else, like these Troyan van braces, if I get better van braces, then I'll just sell these, because they'll all be level 90. So, basically the best of the best level 90 gear for that group of jobs is what I should keep, which will help to keep down on the amount of stuff. But I still got, I've got level 80, and then I've got level 86, and then I've got level 88. Alright! Woo! Let's do it! Storm's Ground. Commence! Make sure that shows up. Let's have fun, partners! Who's not ready? Who's not ready? Who's not commencing? Huh? There we go. Full party.
Put your faith in the light.
Storm's Crown. Check it out. I got a bunch of friends. I got 7 friends.
You don't stand a chance now.
Babaricia, Empress of the Winds.
Come, give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence.
All right.
Such rich, exquisite ether. My head shimmers with anticipation.
Point. Just sit back. So many flashy effects going on.
On your guard.
Oh. Over here then. Oh.
Try this.
There, there.
Have at you.
Come on.
Forward.
At least I'm not the main thing in this instance.
My lips are as the wind.
What?
Soft, strong, and free.
Ah. Alright, vulnerability gone. I want to be inside, I guess, for this.
Try this.
I want to be right.
Four. You've done well to last this long.
You're half dead already.
But the battle has only just begun.
Count to the count. And now she's wrapped herself in hair. Okay. I'm just gonna Bayonetta this.
I'll slaughter you all.
Yeah?
Dodge
seem to
this
do
if
much.
you can. I'll make it quick.
I want to be outside of that. Oh.
What? Bruh, I didn't touch that.
Don't underestimate me.
Lies. Such lies.
Feel my fury! Know your place.
So much stuff everywhere. Ah!
You can't escape the storm. I'll break your every bone.
Yes.
Woo! No, I will not be denied.
Just me and my self-esteem. It's all it's worth. Everybody else gone. Somebody tips hat. Celebrates victory. Someone tells me that's not the only time we're gonna fight her.
There's still time.
Right?
With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet.
Oh, nope.
You're finished.
She's finished. Good. Nice.
Damn it all!
Very nice. No visions this time? No?
Couldn't be that easy.
I see you've bested Barbaricia. Well done.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
Nice.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Azhdaya.
Sadly, no.
So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless.
Yeah.
We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
Zero?
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Yes. Should be only 3 more quests in 6.2 after this. After this little conversation right here.
Though Zero remains unconscious, she appears otherwise fine. Insofar as I can discern, at any rate. Being part Voidsent, her physiology may be rather different from ours. Let us observe her for a while as we discuss our next move.
I mean, as we've learned of the Void Scent, she won't die. Just might take a little time to recover. Return from the Void. I mean, I was wondering, I was like, you know, Y'shtola, didn't you say we would make brief forays into the Void and return every once in a while, you know, just little trips in and out? I feel like we're due for an out.
How long do you suppose she will remain this way? I haven't the faintest inkling, nor can I say whether the ether we can afford to share will be enough to awaken her. It would be best to take her back with us to the source. There she would be guaranteed all she requires. Zero cannot give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave her here, defenseless. Should she later desire it, we can bring her home.
Hopefully bringing her to the source doesn't cause more problems.
Junasia, might I ask you to hold on to Babricha's memoria? It may yet serve a purpose.
Sure. What are you doing? What?
Oh, what happened to her?
You have business with Zero?
We have a newcomer, a former minion of Babricha. Let her know when she wakes, will you?
Babricha's minion? Why not go and find this newcomer, so we have something to tell Zero, if nothing else? Indeed. May I trouble you to join me, Junosia? With luck, we might learn something of Golbez.
Sure. But we'll have... Oh, that was the start of that. Okay. Right. I forgot. For some reason I thought that was still part of the ending of the previous quest. Right. Deserter Void Scent. A little Arum.
You're the ones who felled Babricha. I won't make trouble. I'll obey. So please, let me stay.
If you would obey, then tell me all you know of Golbez.
There isn't much I can tell. Only the Archfiends are allowed into his domain. Wherever it is, none but they know.
I see. No better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. How does Golbez communicate with his minions afield?
He has these scepters, staves, whatever they are. He uses them to talk to those far away.
Not unlike link pearls, at least in function. That will be all. My thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. I am satisfied, so let us rejoin the others and head home. I trust you understand that once we leave the 13th, we will not return until we are prepared to resume our search. Knowing this, are you ready to depart?
Yeah. Of course. There's not exactly much to do here. Anyway.
Back to Troya, then. And thence home.
Numbers. Estinine, if you could grab Zero there. With Y'shtola's medical help or not. Medical assistance. be back.
Ah, you're all safe. Thank the sisters.
I wonder if there's a time difference between these two worlds.
A moment while I close the gate.
Can't remember if there was a time difference between the first and the source.
There. We may rest easy for now.
I know if there was, it was no there. I think there was. Yeah, time in the first was like flows faster than time in the source, as I recall. So, wonder if that's the same for the 13th.
Was there any trouble? I expect some void sense slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
That is well. I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important? You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
Indeed, you are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
And we are glad to receive you, Vashan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
Nodders. Alright. And that's that quest done.
Mistress Vazan, we have been expecting you. If you would follow me, I will show you to the guest chambers.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely. But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
Zero.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force. In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether.
So she should be able to just soak in the ether and be
Simply
fine.
being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
That's good.
Then we need but wait?
I believe so.
Then we need
She
but
will
wait.
awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food.
We must wait until 6.3 releases.
I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine Harnish cuisine more.
Food can certainly be arranged.
I should think so.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part Voidsent.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence.
Yeah.
A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is Voidsent, rendering it dominant. Thus, we were able to reverse it with the power of light. I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Thandaniel. Were Zero wholly Voidsent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her.
Yeah.
One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
Tis no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
You want a bit of ether? Sure, here you go. My body will replenish that in time. Wah. A world with light and life. Okay, so it's this quest, one more after it, and then we move on to 6.3. Cool. Never one to remain idle, Y'shtola would tend to an errand.
If I may excuse myself, I wish to pay a visit to the High Crucible. While the scales functioned admirably, it would be prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation.
By all means, I shall do the same for this vessel. Then I'll go and meet with the soldiers, share with them what I learned of fighting the Voidsent in the 13th. What of you, my friend? Have you any immediate plans? I'm just worried about Zero. In that case, might I trouble you with a small task? I wish to have food ready for Zero when she awakens, you see. Would you be willing to go to Merid's Meane and ask for suitable refreshments? Sure. Excellent. In the meantime, Nidana shall watch over Zero. She is already en route. Let us each then tend to our respective businesses and reconvene anon. Alright, off we go to the Merid and Mehan. Merid.
Welcome to Merid's Mehan. Please make yourself comfortable. What? A guest of the satrap has collapsed from hunger? Of course I would be happy to help. You need only tell me what you desire.
Most expensive dish, just something light and refreshing. Rich and hearty meal with plenty of meat, modest quantity of living mortals' ether should suffice. Rich and hearty meal with plenty of meat, probably.
While that may be perfect for an adventurer preparing to raid a treasure vault, I fear it would be too much for someone coming out of a long slumber. I would recommend something gentle on the stomach, Like these apples here. They've just come in, and I can guarantee their freshness. Afterwards, once your guest feels better, she's welcome to sample whatever else we can provide. Just let me know.
Fine. Apples it is. Yeah. And Zero awakens. To find herself in a very strange place.
Light. Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here?
Don't worry, I'm coming with apples. I'm right here very soon.
There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
Rejoin the battle? What battle?
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful!
Ah, Nidana.
Ah! Ah!
What is this? Some sort of fiend?
A fiend? Where is it? Where?
Nidana.
Ah, but this is no time for jokes. You're in the source, my dear. The world next door. So to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed. I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
Pretty nice place, isn't it? Have some apples. Varshan, did you switch to your childlike form? Why have you done this, sir?
I took the liberty of arranging refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
He switched forms because he wanted the alchemists to observe and take a look at the form that went into the void to make sure everything's still good and there's no adverse effects. And so in the meantime, he's got us. He might as well switch out of that form so he can do other things.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
You could just take a bite, but okay.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow. That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I don't know.
The long years without eating may have dulled your sense of taste.
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether. But I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing, but diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Not much. After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
Uh-huh.
The question of taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent, and for that, I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back. Except for yours, perhaps. You intend to cross over again, I take it.
Yeah.
I do. I have yet to find my sister. I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything, 'tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined. Caution must be our watchword.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake.
Yeah.
You managed to return in one piece this time. But don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Rest assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzet Han.
Again, a stranger in this strange land.
Puts on hat.
I have a condition. You must come too.
Me? Who, me? Sure.
You have my thanks.
This world is brimming with ether. I feel invigorated just standing here in the breeze. Glad am I to hear that. So, is there any place in particular you wish to see? Perhaps where that food came from. Apple, was it? While I don't expect I'll collapse again, it would be good to know where I can procure more if necessary. Merid's Mean it is then. I shall introduce you to the head waitress, Miriel.
Roshan and Zero now accompanying you. Yes. Pretty good. I wonder if they will come with me if I use the Ethernet shard, so we don't have to run through the entirety of Radzatan. Looks like they do. Yeah, perfect. And there were no talking points except for this one, so.
This is the place? The air is different here, and I speak not of the heat. There's a texture to it, a fullness, unlike that of elsewhere. You smell the cooking, I believe. Harnish cuisine is quite fragrant and delicious. I hope you will agree. We could attempt to introduce Zero to Merid herself, but Melil is more likely to be available.
Yeah. Melil.
Welcome to Merid's Mehan. Greetings, Melil. And may I introduce you to Zero? She is an esteemed guest, and I ask that you see to her meals during her stay. Ah, yes. Merid has told me all. Please, come to us whenever you're hungry. We'll look after you. It was here that Junasia obtained the apple. While the palace cooks can prepare whatever you desire, 'tis certainly a quick and convenient food. I'll remember it. Who are the ones there moving their bodies about? Is it for some ritual related to eating? The dancers? They move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. 'Tis a form of entertainment, part of our culture. How needlessly complicated. We Voidsen prefer simpler pleasures. That may be the way of it now, but your world too must have had such complicated diversions once. I don't remember. Well, let us move on. I propose we visit Balsan Bazaar, where goods the world over may be found.
And while we're here, I should be able to sell a thing or two. Nah, not for you. Probably not you either. You should be able to, right? Nope. Let's go to the other side. You. I can sell to you. This. Probably look into selling those on the market, which would mean I'd need to figure out their worth. Might want to mend my equipment as well. Yes. Quick Troyan long kill. Or are they not? Oh, it might be. Yeah, it says market prohibited. Well, that is promising. Oh well. Zero.
What are all these things for? What do you do here? This is a marketplace where people buy and sell goods. Since its earliest days, Razatan has served as a trading hub, and here you'll find not only local products, but wares from distant lands. I should mention that the vendors generally only accept payment in coin or tombstones. If there is aught you desire, I shall take care of it. So that's what tombstones are for. Voidsent returned with them on occasion, but I never knew their purpose. They struck me as useless trinkets, and I couldn't understand your obsession with them. On that subject, there appeared to be no shops in the 13th. Do you never make bargains in which possessions are exchanged? We do, but rarely. We strike bargains when we want something done. If we desire an object, we kill whoever has it. I see. Your bargains may be likened to employment, I believe. I shall bear this in mind. With that, let us continue on. I propose we head to the High Crucible of Alchemia.
Alright. Right around the corner. Isu.
Why, Master Vritra, how may we serve you this evening? If you're here for your vessel, I'm afraid we're still tending to it. No, there is no rush. Pray, take as much time as you require, and know that I have complete faith in your work. The High Crucible is home to the finest alchemists. They are the ones who created my bodies, and can provide you with healing as well. Now that I think on it, you weren't at all surprised when I changed forms. Were you aware of my nature from the start? That I was a soul occupying a vessel, not my own? It's hardly uncommon in our world. When given a chance, many shed their bodies to claim stronger ones. Oh, you must be the rumored guest! We've been most eager to meet you. If you have a moment, would you care to stay for some tea? The sisters know we'd love to hear your tales. No, I've had enough food for now. You can always obtain more without the need for inane chatter. Now, no need to decline outright. I dare say you are tired, so let us save it for another time and return to Megaduta. If aught catches your eye en route, do not hesitate to say so.
Wind weft. What we got, Zero? What's up?
Some sort of fruit? Pitiful things, though. I imagine you'd need to eat a lot to derive any satisfaction. These are mulberry trees. While the fruits are indeed edible, more important are the leaves, which we feed to silkworms. Without the creatures, we wouldn't have the silk to make our famous Thavnarian weave. Furthermore, the bark of the tree also possesses medicinal properties. You would be hard-pressed to find a more useful plant. Is that so? Aside from food, I wouldn't have considered any other purpose for it. Master Vritra and Genossia too! If it isn't young Mirad, and that must be your sister, Yazra. Is all well at the orphanage? Yes, Your Excellency. The other children are very nice, and we all look out for one another. Oh, just the other day, Estinian came to see us. Everyone was really excited. Truly, Estinian paid you a visit. That is well. Is she a new friend? Friend. You know what that is? What? You mean you don't? She is a visitor from a faraway land, you see, and is still unfamiliar with our language. Then we'll teach you. A friend is someone you like to play with. Play with? Xenos seemed to be enjoying himself when he fought you. Is that the same thing?
Absolutely not. I will not tell you that that's what friendship is like.
Then I'm no closer to understanding it. Why he traversed the great expanse, why he risked life and limb for you. But I waste energy dwelling on such things. I am not Xenos. I stand to gain nothing by knowing his heart. I'm sorry, I couldn't explain it well. There's no need to apologize. The fault is not yours, but mine, for failing to make sense of your words. Well, we had better get back to our errand. Goodbye. It was nice meeting you.
Goodbye, little orphan children.
Through Xenos, I thought I understood the ways of your world. But the more I learn of it, the more I realize how little I actually know. It's also strange, your behavior and your reasons. I find myself baffled at every turn.
Learning about our world through Xenos. Man. What a twisted worldview you would have. That is not the man you want to ask about how the world works.
But the feeling is not unwelcome. I'm learning, bit by bit. It was the right decision to join you.
A gentle smile plays on Vashon's lips.
I believe Zero's time here has been rewarding, and 'twas in no small part due to your company. My thanks for agreeing to join us. Come, let us return to Megaduta.
Yes. And this is the final quest of 6.2. So how about that?
Welcome back, Mr. Hassan. Will you be heading to the guest chambers?
Yes.
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
There's a lot of mortals.
And this is just one city.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think. If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all. While I remember some few tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, then I will tell you of the events that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
Sure.
We are all ears. Please.
Long ago, light filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men. Channeling the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings known as Eidolons.
And you call them Eidolons, I see.
The Ascians. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
Yeah, what we would call primals. Same thing, but different name.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer. When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They who were blessed with a singular power, the power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as Memoria.
Huh.
My mother was one such Memoriate. But in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness. As was I.
And so you were born part Voidsent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
They did. They expunged the seeds of chaos and restored the peace, only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed. They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call Voidsent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality. I was cast into the rift, and there trapped for what felt like an eternity. Until I came upon a crack. Tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through and find my world changed beyond recognition into the lightless waste you saw.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a Voidsent in full.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
A lost world, you say? I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
What are you getting at?
To explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. Be warned that this will take a while.
once one star, and then they were split. And the Ascians wanted to put them back together. But they screwed up your world.
Unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction.
And we're repairing it too, thanks to the giant machine that we've got. Which, if we could... If we could find a way to bring, or to open portals to other stars, other reflections, then perhaps we could take Eden from the first and bring it to the 13th and use it to start injecting other ether into the world to create more of a balanced ether system.
After which, some intrepid young souls succeeded in restoring life back to lands thought lost to light.
It's weird. Doesn't look like it's showing up on stream, but I'm seeing like a jittering of my screen. It's weird.
Which gives me cause to hope the day may yet come when life springs forth anew in the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees. But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
Here, what if I do this? There, that seemed to fix it. Okay, for now at least.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to...
If we can, we will.
But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more. But we Scions, former Scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone. And old habits die hard, don't they, my friend?
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and free Azdaja. There is no reason not to try.
Do as you will. I have no desire to save that world.
Be that as it may, we will have need of your power when next we face Voidsent.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price. And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more. I will consider this a deposit.
Though our time in the Void was short, we managed to ascertain that my sister yet lives, and it cannot be overstated how fortunate we are to have met Zero. But the greater blessing is nevertheless you, my friend, for your encouragement to embark upon my search anew, and your help in overcoming the challenges thus far.
It's what I did. Wait. Hold up. Hold up. What? What was that?
Golbez and his minions will seek to stimulate our efforts. Of this we can be sure. But with you all at my side, I have confidence that we will succeed. That we will find and liberate my sister. And that we shall return home together.
Yeah. Is there gonna be a meanwhile cutscene? Meanwhile, elsewhere, of course. To end off 6.2. Yeah, but Achia is... she's gone. She's dead now.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbariccia. Useless, the both of them.
'Twas no lie. They conspire with a Memoriat.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here. The war looms nigh. We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them. In order to guarantee its success, however, I will require Cagnazzo's cooperation.
Cagnazzo's.
Now there's sport to be had, then I'll play along. As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for screaming.
Well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
Yeah, the cost is you die by our hand. Like, what's your threat here, Golbez? The last two who sent out and failed died by my hand. Not by yours, not due to some punishment for failure, but because they were killed by me.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
Will you, though?
Then I will trust in your oath and your plan.
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow. Ha! Some excitement for a change.
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps. The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, and so you must fall.
What is your cause?
Irony that the blessed damned should set us free. As I swore so long ago.
What is your goal, sir?
The gate lies open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled!
Do you just want to lead an army to the source and take over? Slaughtering all mortals you come across or something? Once more unto the void. Varshan's eyes seem to brighten at your arrival.
Ah, Geonosia, as always, your timing is most fortuitous. I wish to share with you news concerning Zero. You will recall that, in exchange for Ether, she agreed to aid us in our search for my sister. At Y'shtola's suggestion, I began providing said Ether in the form of food. Zero has found the arrangement to be agreeable, and has been eating steadily. In large part due to that, she claims to have already made a full recovery. If you and the others are ready as well, I would set forth for the Void once more. Excellent. I shall inform Y'shtola and Vestinian, and then go to collect my other vessel from the alchemists. In the meantime, might I ask you to fetch Zero? She was absent when I visited her chambers earlier, but I suspect you will find her in the corridor connecting Yuj and Kama. It seems she's grown partial to the view of the city it affords. Once we have attended to our respective tasks, let us gather here.
Alright. Let's see. Actually, that'll be fine. That'll do it. Alright. Never mind, it's up higher. Huh. Difficult to tell height on this map. Sup, Zero? Ready to go back to the Void?
Everyone is so carefree.
Yeah, well, we did stop the world from ending, so that was a pretty big threat that was quelled, and now everything is safe and happy, so taking their chance while they can to be carefree and happy.
Unafraid and unconcerned in spite of their weakness, and how easily their lives could be torn apart in an instant.
Could be, but, you know, there would have to be an active threat for that to happen.
Such luxury is a loss to us. We have no hopes or dreams, and even the release of death. Only hunger.
Yeah, that sucks.
Others are a means to an end. At times, a literal one. We forge covenants with men and come here to feed. Or to die. I thought it would be no different when I was summoned by Xenos. Lives were tools to him, to be used and discarded at whim. In that respect, he was a void-sent at heart. But towards you, and you alone, he behaved differently. And I cannot fathom why. What was it that drove him? What made him choose such an end?
He was a very strange man. Certainly insane.
But enough about that man. He is dead and we are all better for it.
Oh yeah.
Why are you here? Was there something you needed?
We're heading back to the Void. I'd like you to come along.
So you're heading back now. Then as per our bargain, I will go as well.
And you know, if we manage to fix the 13, realign its levels of ether and all that, or rebalance its levels of ether, then, well, first I wonder what would happen to all the fissures. Would they still remain? Would it still be would it still be possible to open these portals or summon beings between the two stars? Or would those disappear? And if they do remain, at the very least we wouldn't have to deal with Voidsent charging in all the time to murder people. Right?
Everyone is here? Good. Let us set forth for the Void once more.
What is it?
Yeah, what is it? What's going on?
He's calling.
Rachel?
What is the meaning of this?
Unless I'm mistaken, that was intended for one of your kin. Who?
It was for the briefest of moments, but I felt her. Ashdire.
I thought she was in the Void.
Yeah.
As did I. Yet the presence was unmistakable. Thus did I call out, only for it to fade and vanish.
Perhaps she crossed over to the source, then immediately turned back.
I do not know. Could she have found a way home?
The how of it aside, if she was indeed in the source, there may be clues where she came through that could lead us back to her. Where exactly was it that you felt her presence?
Far to the north. That was all I could discern.
The north, you say? Beyond the Bounty? Garlemald?
As good a place to start as any. My apologies, Zero, but your return to the Void will have to wait.
I told you before that I have no reason to go back there. Do as you will.
She's like, I don't care.
All right. I presume you wish to stay here in Radzatan until we return.
You've kept me amply fed. I wouldn't be averse to helping you on your search.
Uh-huh.
If Ashdaya was indeed here, other Voidsent may have made the journey as well. Very well. We would welcome your company.
If it's decided, then I'll contact our associates in Garlemald.
Y'shtola and her thinking animation.
It's me. Still talking everyone's ears off, I trust? Understood. We'll see you there. We're to rendezvous at Tertium. We'll need to teleport to make it there in time. Can you?
Aye. I know it well from my time as an avatar.
Then it seems we're all set.
Good.
If there is nothing else, let us see to our final preparations.
Gods revel, lands tremble. Huh? That would be 6.3. A cold reunion. Estinian is understandably bewildered. By all accounts, Azdalia is Golbez's prisoner. Yet if she was in the source, it could be that she managed to escape from the void, if only for a fleeting moment. That is mere conjecture. If we want the truth, then we must go and find it. Come, let's make for Tertium. Our friends are waiting. It's also possible that Golbez used her as bait. Oh, and here we are. Okay. Thanks for the fast travel, I guess. And the free
Any
teleport.
moment now.
My friends, 'tis good to see you again.
Alfino. And Alice. What's up?
And you. I was worried that the cold wouldn't agree with you, but you're both looking quite well.
You get used to it. It helps that there's no shortage of fuel and heaters like before.
Uh-huh.
Glad to hear it. Have you been working in Garlemald all this time?
And I see that Y'shtola has changed into her winter coat.
We have. Though the worst is behind them, the people still have a long road ahead. With the nation in ruins and the leadership void yet to be filled, there remains a lack of direction, a pervasive sense of aimlessness and worry.
Still, everyone wants to make things better. And we're here to help. A lot of Garleans wanted nothing to do with us, but they're starting to come round. Slowly, but surely.
You're doing a fine job, you two. A fine job indeed.
You're too kind. But it's thanks to the cooperation of like-minded souls that we've been able to make any progress. The allied nations continue to send supplies, which allow us to meet basic needs such as food and shelter. Meanwhile, Eulus and a number of soldiers have begun a restoration initiative, with more and more volunteers joining by the day.
Like Alphino said, they've got a long road ahead of them. But we'll get there together, one step at a time. But enough about events here. What brings you to us? And with new company, besides.
This may take rather a long time to explain, but bear with me.
Hang on. Okay. Oh. I was like, where'd the audio go? And then, oh, it's because she's doing the thing.
The 13th! After traveling to the edge of existence, I thought you'd keep your escapades closer to home for a while.
Well, you know, one thing led to another, and just popped on over to the 13th for a bit. It's fine. Killed 2 archfiends.
But I suppose there's no stopping you. Not that I'm one to talk, of course.
The heart of an adventurer cannot be denied.
Smile.
You could have at least invited me too. Surely there was room enough for me and Grahar in the Undersea Vault.
Oh, she's feeling left out. I thought you were busy.
I know, I know. I only meant to tease. Mostly. But on a more serious note, are we sure it's wise to keep Xenos' former avatar around?
She's fine.
I understand how you came to work together, but nevertheless...
You're right to be cautious. I'm a Voidsent, after all. But do not conflate me with Xenos. To recall my time in his service, it angers me.
Is that so? I think we'll get along just fine, you and I.
Now that we are all caught up, to the matter at hand.
Look at Varshan wearing his winter clothes. Probably freezing.
As we were about to resume our search in the void, I felt the presence of my sister Ashdaya in the source. Somewhere in the far north. Perhaps even here in Galdemald. If you have seen or heard anything out of the ordinary, I must know.
Especially void related.
As a matter of fact, we may have.
Oh?
In recent days, we have had to contend with a surprising number of Voidsent. And not the lesser kind that occasionally manifest, but ones possessed of considerable power.
I see. Sounds like there's a void
You think
gate.
they might have been summoned? By whom?
We're not sure. But as Eulus reminded us, practitioners of a certain traditional Garlean art rely upon Void-sent servants.
Reapers.
The very same I believe you have mastered.
Alright, mastered is maybe a strong... I mean, I am level, what, 80 something Reaper, so yeah, I've got a lot of...
While there are no known Reapers left in Garlemald,
experience
we
with
can't
it.
rule out the possibility that some are working in secret.
To summon not one, but several powerful Voidsent is no small feat. But if Ashdaya was indeed called from the void...
And I am... Yeah, I am glad that finally somebody mentioned... I was expecting somebody to mention that, you know, I have trained as a Reaper. I'm just surprised it took so long.
Then it is likely the same party is responsible.
Thought for sure that Zero would mention it. Or maybe one of, you know, Y'shtola or Estinian might mention it to 0.
Alternatively, the etheric confluence at the Tower of Babel may have triggered an expansion of natural fissures one could use to cross over. But I think that improbable, if not impossible.
Then we must assume these events have indeed been orchestrated.
Well, summoned or no, we've been trying to track them to their origin. It's the mountains to the east, we think.
Can you guide us there?
I would, but the terrain is too difficult to traverse on foot. Nor is flying an option due to the winds.
Too much ground to cover in any case. Is there no way to narrow it down?
There is one place we thought to look first. An isolated village rumored to have once been home to a Reaper order.
That would indeed make an excellent start, though the question of how to get there remains.
Eulus may be of assistance. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass and consult him.
Nodders. Alright. Back to Broken Glass. Yeah, 83 Reaper. So I wouldn't call myself a master per se, but I am very fluent in Reaper. And I haven't, like... I've been thinking, man, it would be probably appropriate to use Reaper for these Void forays. But that would require a lot of time spent training Reaper. Time that I am rather limited on.
Oh, Genosia, what a welcome surprise. And I see you're traveling with a large crew as usual. Not to suggest that's an inconvenience for us. We'd be happy to share our supplies with you and your allies, should you require any.
We're looking for the Void creatures.
Apologies if we interrupt, Eulus, but there is a matter we wish to discuss. We've just finished our routine briefing, so you come at a good time. Is this about the Voidsent? It is. From what we can discern, they're coming from the mountains to the east. Practitioners of the Reaper arts once lived in that area, did they not? Yes, they had a village there in the Lapis Manalis caverns. The Scythe wielders forged pacts with Voidsent and took to battle with the beings at their side. For a time they played an invaluable role in our military, but the advent of Magitech saw them fall out of favor. And when some were unmasked as insurrectionists, the order was outlawed. The village is believed to be long abandoned. Speaking of their art, it seems you've picked it up. Who was it that taught you?
A woman in Ul'dah.
Well, I suppose it's neither here nor there now.
Not gonna tell him? Okay.
My sister has been taken captive by Voidsent. I sensed her presence in this land and have come in search of her. If Voidsent have been sighted here, then I believe there is a connection. We should like to investigate these caverns you mentioned. But Alphinaud tells us they are not easily reached. I'm afraid so. Deep snow and tumultuous winds rule out walking and flying. If you want to get anywhere, you're going to need a Magitech snowcraft. Alas, the last remaining functional one we had has broken down. Should still be over in Cerulean Ingens, where it was abandoned.
Now hang on. Because I seem to recall, way back when, a certain craft built by a certain Cid that could withstand the torrential winds brought about by Garuda. I'm just saying maybe that could handle the winds, the severe winds here in Garlemald, you know? If they could withstand Garuda, I should think it could withstand Garlemald.
Is there anyone who could fix it? Perhaps the former engineer at Tappa's Den. Their duty included transporting ceruleum tanks to Juturna, Platform G, using snowcraft. I expect they had to maintain a few over the years. It's worth looking into, I'd say. In the course of delivering provisions, I've come to know the people there quite well. If they can help us, I'm sure they will.
May I ask you to accompany her? Given the presence of Voidsent, it's best that we avoid traveling alone.
Of course.
In the meantime, will you not tell me more about the mountain? I would like to learn as much as I can before commencing our search in earnest.
Come with me. I'll introduce you to someone who's well versed in the local geography.
Alige, was it? I wish to speak with you. In that case, why don't you come with us to Tappa's Den? We can chat on the way.
Alright, and so we go our separate ways. Way out there. Skirt. Skirt. There you guys are. You know, we could all hop in my car here and it would make traveling a lot faster. In fact, we could just take my car to the mountain. Forget about the snowmobiles.
What was it you wished to talk about?
Why do you help these people? What is it that you stand to gain?
I'm sorry?
Huh? Are you not?
You don't act on behalf of a higher power, nor are you bound by a contract. In spite of this, you help them. Why?
Have you not heard of altruism?
And there I thought it was something serious. I help them because I want to. Because it's the right thing to do.
But what do you stand to gain? You didn't answer the question.
Didn't I? I followed my heart. What I got out of it came after. Was there anything else? If not, let's keep moving.
Right.
Right. Huh. Doing something just because...
To act not out of obligation or in pursuit of gain. To simply live. And they survive like this.
Yeah.
You coming along? We help people just because. And we're strong enough and influential enough that we don't have to worry about little things so much. Like survival.
We should get back to it. But before we do... Are you alright, Zero? Did I say something that confused or upset you? No. I'm simply trying to understand your perspective. If you wish to continue, I am ready and able. Well, that's a relief. This isn't the sort of place you want to mull over things. It's not much farther to Tappa's Den. I doubt we'll have much trouble finding an engineer when we arrive, so let's speak with the first one we spot.
Alright. Boreas. To cross the snowy tundra. Into the cave. No. Spirited engineer. Hello.
Wait, I know you! You're the one who roughed up the guards!
After you left, your contingent friends came along. Our lives are a lot easier now, thanks to them. They understood our plight and offered to help, whether we wanted to stay here or return home. For that, we're truly grateful.
We're grateful to you too, Alisaie. The trip across the lake is hardly pleasant, but you make it all the same to bring us provisions.
Oh, don't mention it. We're just glad we can help. That said, we were actually hoping to ask a favor of you today. We need a Magitech snowcraft repaired, the one abandoned in Cerulean Ingens. We were told you might be up to the task?
Ah, so you want to ride the mammoth? That's what we took to calling the crafts on account of their size. As often as I use them on rigs, I know a thing or two about their maintenance. I'll see if I can get your mammoth roaring again. It's the least I can do to repay your kindness.
Wonderful. Please come with us back to Camp Broken Glass and we'll take it from there. So far so good. June, let's be on our way.
Back to Broken Glass. Also, re-up grit. Reapply. That's where I was looking for.
Welcome back. I presume this is the engineer who will help us with the craft?
I'll do everything I can to get her up and running again. But I doubt I'll be able to do so quickly, at least on my own. The mammoth is big, and so are its parts. Some strong backs should make the work go faster. You have ours.
Yeah.
You finished learning about the mountain, I take it? Aye. We have a solid grasp on that area, as well as the site of the snowcraft. My back is perhaps not as strong as some, but I should be glad to stand guard for Voidsent and other unruly wildlife.
Much obliged, miss. Then let's all head over to the mammoth and assess what needs fixing.
They have matters here well in hand, which means we can resume our duties. Would you care to assist us, Geosia? How about you, Zero? I will assist you as well, as payment for answering my question. It's hardly something that demands payment, but we'd be glad for your contribution nonetheless.
Just saying, I do things because I choose to. Not something that generally requires payment. But you do you, Zero. Whatever reasoning you have to come to. Kindled spirits.
My thanks again for agreeing to help. The Ilzabard contingent brings in shipments of food, medicine, and other necessities by airship. We have yet to deliver a share of supplies to Tertium, and I would appreciate it if one of you could assist us with the task today. I'll do it. Well, Geosia, it looks like you're with me then. Voidsent sightings have been increasing by the day, which is why I had a mind to go out and patrol the Eblin Rime, shall we?
Sure.
Warriors.
Oops. The Eblin Rime.
Voidsent was spotted here not long ago. Considering the proximity to Camp Broken Glass, everyone is understandably concerned. But hopefully not for much longer. You follow this road eastward and I'll have a look to the north. If you should encounter any Voidsent, I won't begrudge you for dispatching them without me.
Of course.
Fret not. I shall dispatch of all Voidsent I encounter. Surely the Overboast won't attack me. Just for me being here. I am 8 levels above it. The visitant gnats, though. Come on, guys. Group up. That's good enough. One left now. Easy. What? Still more? Giant ants? There we go. Now to survey over here. You survey your surroundings, but do not spy any errant Voidsent. I mean, I could tell you that just by the particle effects. Come on out, Voidsent. I know you're here. This one's a big one. And final location. Survey your surroundings, but do not spy any errant Voidsent. Onwards, then. Ain't it lovely being able to fly in an area? I see you encountered some Voidsent.
All finished, are we? Good.
Smile. Feeling
The
cold?
cold doesn't let up out here, does it? They've the means to keep everyone warm at Camp Broken Glass and Tertium. But the measures are still only temporary. Subsisting on charity. Dreading the day the sympathy of others is exhausted. It's no way to live. They need lasting safety and security. Though things will never be as they once were. If we can restore a modicum of normalcy to their lives, maybe that will be enough for them to move forward. If we're to achieve that, we have to work harder. I have to work harder.
Just try not to overdo it, eh? You're doing good, Alice.
Oh?
Oh?
Oh, come now. You think I don't know my own limits? Still, I appreciate your concern.
Smile.
Well, our work here is done. We should be heading back. I hope Alphino and Zero haven't gotten into any trouble. I cannot imagine how awful it must have been to serve as Xenos' avatar. To not only suffer him, but so much else. She's a fighter, all right. Like you and me.
Yeah. She's good people.
Meanwhile, at Tertium.
Alphino is having her hand out food.
Thank you, miss. Thank you.
See how good it feels to help people just because?
This feels strangely familiar.
Excuse me, Alphino. My wife, she's come down with a high fever. Do you think you could take a look at her?
Of course. Give me a moment. Zero, may I leave the rest here to you?
Fine by me.
Thank you again for your help. Zero, was it? I take it you're one of Alphino's comrades?
Comrade?
Kind of.
We've entered into a cooperative pact, if that's what you mean.
Pact? No, nothing so formal. What I mean is, you must know each other well. Be on good terms, enjoy each other's company, that sort of thing.
Then no, he's not my comrade. I have none. Nor will I ever, I think.
Oh.
Oh.
Did I say something odd?
No, not at all. On the contrary, it makes sense. When Alphino and the contingent first arrived, we rejected them out of hand.
Collared them.
Whatever they may have claimed, they were the enemy. Savages with their savage ways. To accept their help was to admit defeat. But no matter how poorly we treated them, they didn't turn their backs on us. They stayed and listened. That's just the kind of people they are. Makes sense they'd get along with someone like you who tries to push others away.
Get along? I'm upholding my part of the bargain. There's nothing more to it than that.
If you say so.
If you say so.
Ah, I'd nearly forgotten why I came. Are you hungry? We all get rations, and considering the work you're doing, you're as good as one of us.
I am running low on ether. Very well.
Ooh. Looks good.
Azim Step-style dumplings. Butz, they call them.
Giant dumplings, my goodness. Fist-sized. Perhaps bigger. Dang.
Never had a dumpling. It's like The kind of bread stuffed with a filling, meat or vegetables usually, that you bake or steam. We have our own recipes in Garlemald too. My mother liked to make them. My brother and sister always fought over the jam-filled ones. Just think of it as bread, all right?
Looks so good. Careful, don't spill out all the insides, though. That was actually a pretty solid animation.
I should warn you, though, they're spicy. Helps them keep longer, I assume. Too much for the children to handle, though.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting good, or interesting...
I don't know much about taste. Not anymore. But I do feel a sensation in my mouth.
That would be the spiciness.
Is that a bad thing?
Not necessarily.
That's enough for me. I've heard it said that spices are more akin to fire than flavors. Perhaps that makes them easier to understand.
Oh, Eulus, getting acquainted with Zero, are we?
I suppose I am.
No harm in that. Acquaint away.
Ah, everyone is here. Excellent. Thank you all for your hard work. I've just finished up myself. Shall we go and find Estinian?
Certainly.
Alphino! Alize!
Problems? Voidsent? Probably. I don't get my own steam bun, huh? I'll take the money, I guess. I need it. I need to replenish my coffers. My coffers are so low. Look at it. 5,000. 5,000 gil. That's all. An unforeseen bargain. This distressed soldier has ill tidings to share with you.
Forgive me the interruption, but I come with grave news. A horde of Voidsent are approaching from the mountains to the east. Their numbers are beyond anything we've ever seen. What? But Y'shtola and the others? Anyone outside Tertium is in danger. We must find and bring them all here at once. Can we count on your aid, Zero? I've already settled the debt for my question. I'm not obligated to help. What's more, death in this world is absolute. You asked me to put my life on the line. Without suitable payment, I will do no such thing. That's fair. What do we have to offer that might be enough? You're right, Zero. You're not obligated to help, and I wouldn't presume otherwise. Nevertheless, we are in need. Assuming the booze I gave you is worth anything, would you at least be willing to stand watch at this encampment? That way, more of us will be able to go out and see the people to safety. Very well. Unless we come under attack, I'll do no more than stand watch. I dare say Tertium will be safe enough with Zero here. Let us go and find Y'shtola and the others, and assist with the evacuation.
Nutters. So, I could have sworn Void Scent, when killed here, gets sent that, or is that only if their soul alone was summoned? If their whole body is here, maybe they just actually die.
Tertium will be fine. Eulus and his people have weathered far worse. We must make haste to the snowcraft, where our friends and the engineer should be. Given their position, they may soon find themselves at the mercy of the Voidsent. If it comes to it, we must be prepared for battle. I'm ready. Don't you worry. How about you, Genossia?
Upon departing from Tertium, several cutscenes will play, and you'll be fighting and things, and you're not gonna require me to have 630 item level, right? Good. It'll probably it'll level sync me to 630 probably, but let's go.
Report. Lost contact. When? Void Scent. I'd bet my life on it. Understood. I'll investigate at once. A unit transporting supplies has gone silent en route to Broken Glass. I will go and search for it. Stay here and keep watch. But be ready to answer my call.
If it was Void Scent, you'd be a fool to go alone. They'll find you before you find your men, and then they'll devour you as well.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps I don't stand a chance, but I can't just abandon them.
I can't repay you for the bread if you're dead. I'll go.
Yeah, that's...
What? No! I couldn't possibly ask you to do that.
I'm far better suited to dealing with Void Scent. It makes sense.
Zero. Just coming up with any excuse. I feel like I should go and help him. I know. I can't repay my debt to you if you're dead, and so I have to come along. It's, you know, that's the reason. Not because I want to help you, but because I have to, you see.
Or do you mean to say you'd rather I stay here because you can't protect this place on your own?
Ah. Fine. Just don't do anything stupid. Promise me.
Oh, she is the least likely to do anything stupid. As in, put herself in danger for no reason. That is a lot of Voidson. Pretty powerful ones.
Damn these demons!
Sweet. Return to the camp. Now.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Kindred, Why do you interfere?
Hmm.
Ah, of course. You sold your soul to feed.
And you're dead.
I have taken bread, but my soul is forever mine.
Oh, do I play as... I play as her, alright. Zero time. Let me take a look at what we've got going on here. And I switch damage to a target and all enemies nearby it with potency of 1100 first, 60% less for all remaining. 60% less, my goodness. That's AoE. It's instant. Recast 25 seconds, okay. So that's got a long recast. These two also have Bloodbath, converts a portion of physical damage to HP, yep. Same as normal. Engravement. Delivers a jumping attack with potency of 150, so that is that a gap closer, I think? We got... Yeah, we got Spinning Scythe, Nightmare Scythe, which is, I believe, AoE. And then this one will be a single target. Okay.
A deal is a
cool.
deal. I cannot let you pass.
Woo! That looked cool. Like that. They just seem to be respawning.
More
definitely. These AoEs.
Still more.
Yeah, where are they coming from, dude? Bloodbath, get a bunch of health back. Oh, hello.
Oh, this land brims with life, ripe for the harvest.
Mr. Sphere.
Been poisoned.
But... Oh, do I have to be under them? Stop. I don't know. Feels like I should. Come to me. There we go.
Such insolence I will not be denied.
Really? Sure about that. And off they go. Back up. Ow! That hurt a lot. Oh no.
Not good.
Yeah, not good. Very not good.
And now you're mine.
I can't move fast enough. Maybe I should have... Could I sprint? I don't know. Am I supposed to die there? seems like it.
How big must the gate be for their light to come through?
Yeah.
Is this it then?
I mean, of course not. No, no, no. 0.
Just like that time.
What time?
When light still shone upon the world. When the Contra Memoria still raged.
Flashback time. When you wielded a sword.
Stand aside if you value your life.
We're only after women and wine. Darkness can take the rest.
You're not taking another step towards that village.
Stupid girl. You were warned.
What's causing those sparks?
Gotcha.
Ridiculous.
And now we can get back to our business.
Get up, damn you! Too weak. I need help. Someone, please. The same mistakes, the same ends. Again and again. What should I? What could I have done? What?
Someone's come to her aid. Us, of course. I was wondering when we would show up.
You. What are you doing here?
Y'shtola and Estinian had matters well in hand, so we went where we were needed.
Good.
Can you stand?
You're not finished yet, Zero. Let's fight together.
All right. I will let it burn. This fire in my breast. Let it burn and rage and guide.
Yes. Your fight has me, I should think so.
We charge forth!
Thank goodness we're not too late. Can
Hey.
you still fight?
Yo, focus on me, yeah?
Rush the attack.
Yeah, press the attack.
Ha ha ha! Yes, more mortals come to slaughter!
Is that a... Wait. What do I do about those? I wonder. Oh! Ouch.
Just warming up.
My strength is spent.
Alright, not about zero strength.
I'll only get in your way.
About the insects being destroyed.
Chin up. We'll get through this together.
It's true. We will.
Split up.
We got this.
Stay sharp.
Explosions?
Watch out.
Everyone all right?
Yeah.
We're not finished yet.
Enjoy during your ether, watching as the light dims in your eyes.
There we go.
We must weather this together.
Together! I wasted that esteem summon. Ah! Oh well.
I will repay this debt.
We just gotta stay in the center. That's fine for me. Oh, of course you gotta avoid that. Then stand in the center. Come here, skippers.
deny me my feast and be gone to ashes with you.
This has gone on long enough.
Yeah, it has. Esteem your assistance with all of this.
I will finish.
Please do.
Now.
Yeah, go ahead. You can.
Let's buy her some time.
Oh, take 0. You got it. Do what I can. So many of them. There's concentration broken now. Yes! Get them. Woo! Nice job, Zero.
Well done.
Well done. Indeed. Now we finish this. Duty complete. Very good.
You did well to find me out here.
We have Eulus to thank for that. He was quite worried when he called.
The people of Garlemald thank you. There really would have been more casualties without you.
No. If it was not for you and the others,
Well, let's not fuss over details. We should return to Tertium. Can you make it that far?
I think so.
Good.
Zero, are you all right?
Well enough. No void scent struck here, did they?
No, and there weren't any more casualties thanks to you.
Oh.
Oh.
What are you doing?
You'll have no debts to repay, if that's what you're worried about. If anything, I owe you a week's worth of boots.
Let's go get you a seat. And some food. Plenty of rest.
Zero's convalescing aboard the train. Eulus has already given her something to eat, so I suppose all we can do is wait. I can't help but wonder, though, what possessed her to go and fight all those Voidsent on her own? Not that I know the going rate for such things, but I doubt one booze would suffice. I think someone has had a bad influence on her.
A good influence, you mean?
Oh, I'm just joking. Or am I? In any case, many people owe her their lives. I'll be sure to thank her when she's back on her feet.
You do that. And next is King of the Mountain. King of the Under of the Mountain. That'll be about halfway through 6.3. Does include a dungeon. And later on there'll be a boss fight. But yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. I don't recall exactly where we started. Like which quest we were on. I know we at least started, I think we did Groping in the Dark last time, so maybe it was Nowhere to Run. Either Nowhere to Run or The Wind Rises, which means either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 quests. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. We're progressing as fast as we can. Yeah, that was a good stream, good amount of progress. That's does still leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 24 quests remain. Only 24. And actually, let me think. So there's 24 left. There was 33. And 33 minus 9 equals 24. So... yeah. We did 9 quests. That's more than the previous 2 streams, and the previous 2 streams were longer, but obviously more cutscenes and more talking, and I know there was at least 1 or 2 quests that were like really short. It was like maybe a cutscene and a conversation long, but still. And also, we didn't have any dungeons to go through. We had a boss fight, but no dungeons. The dungeon is next quest. And then there's another dungeon pretty soon into 6.4. So, still a lot to get through. We may not get through 7 quests next stream. But we'll do as much as we can. Each time we can. Let me see. Take a look at my calendar. Obviously, we'll be streaming tomorrow, Monday, for more Final Fantasy VII. Hoping to either finish the game or get really close to finishing. That's the goal for Monday. And then Wednesday, more Final Fantasy XIV. And then Saturday, more Final Fantasy XIV. As much as I can on next Saturday. I don't think I have anything else going on this upcoming Saturday. So I'll do my best to do actually 2 streams that Saturday. Because I need to get through all of Post Endwalker. That's what I want to do before Dawn Trail releases on the 29th. We are 2 weeks? Basically 2 weeks away from Dawn Trail release, so I'm excited. I'm real excited. I do wonder though how this post-Endwalker storyline is going to end such that we then decide, let's go to the New World. Because that seems like a bit of a jump from, you know, going to the 13th and trying to fix the 13th, trying to get the 13th to a livable state. And then just be like, alright, see ya 13th, we're going somewhere else here in the source. Feels a bit odd at this point, but I don't know what's gonna happen between now and then. You know. Anyways. Good there, Temple Knight? Loud clattering. Anyways, be kind to yourself, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next mission. Bye-bye.